Shaun Ryder is a brilliant, mercurial frontman with the Happy Mondays and Black Grape. He's also arguably the greatest wordsmith of his generation, as well as being an icon. We caught up with Shaun in his lockdown and asked him to give us a State of the Nation address, but with no fucking swearing.
I don't mind just doing fuck all, John.
Yeah, you've earned it.
I don't have a problem with it these days. Doing nothing, watching Netflix and fucking Amazon. I also believe that the Hacienda thing, we raised 100k for the NHS.
It was amazing. Yeah.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, really funny as well. All the way through, there was people saying, "Can you stop this now? He's swearing non-stop."
He did. Oh, look, who was saying that? Oh, look, his family.
That's
his 40-year-old kids.
That's the line that everyone remembers when Hooky was going about his kids. I think he was kind of joking, but when you said, "Fucking hell, Hooky, your kids are 40 years old," and your grandkids.
That's the grandkids.
It's always like you're writing lyrics while you're doing the interview. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody said before we started, it's the internet, isn't it? No one said before we started, now remember your language.
I think in the middle of a really miserable time of a pandemic, I think people need to get on the internet and the TV and swear and be funny, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely. Let's have a swearing night for the pandemic.
I'm sure you know a lot of swear words.
I think, yeah. Actually, not that many, probably. Let's see. Fuck, twat, tick, cunt, wanker, prick, dickhead, fanny, arsehole. So what's that? 9. I only know 9 swear words.
It's all you need, though, isn't it? Which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite put down out of all?
I love cunt, really.
Yeah. That's the one. The one that's one too far is always the best one, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? It really shouldn't be, shouldn't it? I mean, it really. I think what the in real terms, I think it's you bugger that is probably the most offensive, isn't it?
Yeah, you actually had to be in that situation.
Really? So yeah.
All right, so you've been sat there watching telly for 3 weeks, 3 years, 3 months.
Well, I did start off, John, by going out on my bike because I've only just been allowed back on my bike, because of the hip operation. And so when this started, I got back on my bike, my outside bike, and I got an injury on the first ride. So now I can't go out on my bike again.
So what do you do? Fall off, or do you just?
Oh no, just the left leg's going in it, and something pulled in there and whatnot, and so now it's gone. Can't go back on it now for a while, and I can't go to the to my chiropractor. I'm thinking to see if they can bribe him, and come and get some a full gown on or something and come and sort me out.
Yeah. You're actually looking quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I saw you last year, you're looking like you've been in the wars a bit,
Well, yeah.
You're on the other side now.
I mean, all the things sort of happened at once, don't they? Shitload all at once. It's the 50s, isn't it, mate? It's a dangerous age. Dangerous age for men, 50s, and it all started going wrong when I got to about 53, and ever since then, it's continued going wrong.
Were you quite surprised? Yeah. Were you surprised? Yeah.
Go on, John. So you can.
Yeah. Were you surprised the life you were leading in your teens and your 20s that you even got to 53?
Yeah and no.
Yeah.
I mean, I was never a needle freak, was I? I was just like a drug taking dude. I mean, I wasn't an intravenous drug user, which causes a lot of problems.
Yeah, so you're on top of it, knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I was a garbage head, so really. which none of the things in later life that have affected me has anything to do with that. You know, I mean, I've got arthritis, that's passed on, and the thyroid problem, that's passed on. My dad died of all his body broke down. You know, everything broke down on him, and it seems that's the way that I'm going. You know,
no, I think
down.
You seem to be like you're on the other side. You know, you made some good decisions, and imagine this time next year you'll be probably the only healthy person left in the country. Ironically,
yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
You should do an online keep fit class.
Yeah, like I said, you know, sort of like that, you know, and then like that, like that. So it's a good exercises for your arms.
So you touch with the rest of the either band, like you touch with people like Bears, Kermit, Rowetta.
It was Bezzy's birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
So belated, although I have said happy birthday, we have said happy birthday, but a big happy birthday to Beswick, who will now be, let me see, he will now be 56, I think. Yeah, 56. Is
he the oldest one out of the Mondays then?
No, he's one. No. Me and Mark Day are the oldest.
Yeah. It's all about the same age though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think the youngest will be our Pop, and he'll be 50. He'll be 57 on the 24th of April.
Yeah, so he's like the baby of the band. Yeah. So were you out last night watching the fly past to the satellites?
No, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
but I've been stuck into that much shit on Netflix. You know, I've been having a break from the news at 10. You know, doing the news at like 1:30, and then you know at 10 o'clock news, and which usually I would watch the news if I'm, you know, quite a few hours a day, you know, on different channels, you know, when I'm sat and I'm not out. But no, I've been engrossed in all the, you know, in all the sort of movies and whatever they call them on Netflix, all the shows and whatever.
Well, what's your take on the virus? Yeah.
You say sluts. In fact, I'm going to watch Beavis and Butthead later.
Yeah, they were great, weren't they? Yeah. So what's your take on the virus then, Shaun?
The virus? What, do you mean, was it implanted by the Russians?
Yeah, because a lot of people have some funny ideas, don't they?
Oh, God, yeah. No, I mean, look, it's not, you know, I mean, it's just how it is, isn't it? You know, we had a lot of shit has always gone on, viruses, and, you know, I mean, we're lucky not to have typhoid and the plague still going around, you know. Just one of them things, isn't it?
I guess you're the kind of age and growing up in Salford, some of those things it was just on the edge of those things still being around when you were a kid, wasn't it?
TB was, when, you know, TB was, you know, still, I mean, there was kids in my class at school that had, you know, big cysts on the neck and stuff, you know, and TB and stuff like that.
Yeah, people forget how normal all these things were. Are you fascinated with diseases? I can imagine you watching a Netflix documentaries on great plagues of our time.
Well, I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because I was on a train to London once, and I get a phone call, and it's me, you know, it's my doctor, and he said, you need to get back to Manchester now, get off the train and come back. You've got pneumonia, and there's about 3 other things that I was walking around with and working with, you know, that it was quite dangerous.
So have you done pneumonia then?
Yeah.
What was
I was
like?
working with it. Well, I was self-medicating at the time, so I didn't really feel it, but it was very dangerous.
Yeah, so you were self-medicating, you're saying, yeah.
So back in the days of the great painkiller.
So maybe something to be said about how effective it is for certain diseases. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've just been doing fuck all for the last 3 weeks, or have you actually?
Yeah, you know, playing pool, watching lots of telly. I did play a game of badminton, and I also got on my bike, like I said. But the badminton did me back in.
Mm.
Fucking demic. I'm telling you. It's shit getting old. Mentally, it's great, but fucking physically,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Well, in a way, though, it means you have to stay in and sit in your chair because you can't go out. I'm surely that kind of suits you in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm joking, really. I mean, I do. I love getting out on my bike. You know, I mean, you know, I've cycled since I was a young kid. You know, and I really did love getting out on my bike and that, but that pisses me off.
Are
You
you
know,
doing
there's no,
yeah. Are you doing
you
anything
know.
creative? Are you know, I know you the last
Well,
thing.
I've got actually a couple of music things that I've got to do, haven't I? So I mean, I'm dabbling about with them.
Like what are you doing there?
Just music.
Yeah. Secret project you can't say.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So someone sent you a bit of
I
music.
have got finally the fucking solo album coming out, haven't I? So that's finally coming out, and then we've got another Black Grape album that we're doing.
You've done a solo album before though, haven't you?
Yeah, and I mean that was in 2003, and this is totally different.
This is different. I like that record.
That was a very experimental album. Amateur Night at the Big Top. This is not as experimental.
so what?
This is pretty much following up to the last Black Grape album that we did in 2017.
So who have you done it with? Have you done it with youth, or have you done it with yourself, or different mixers, or?
Well, we've not took it to youth yet. We're working on that.
So youth's going to be working on it then?
We don't know yet. I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think. I mean, I hope so.
Well, he's sat on top of a mountain in Spain. I'm sure he's looking for things to do, isn't he?
Yeah, he'd love to see me, wouldn't he? I'd probably get over there and kill him.
Did you work in that? Did you go to his Spanish?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Great studio.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Have you been over there to his studio?
No, I've been to his house a few times in London.
Well, we did something in his house in London, and we did, some of it in Spain.
Yeah, I mean, he's talented, isn't he?
He's brilliant. Yeah, he really is.
Did he do a lot of the music on the Black Grape album? Was it like you described the song and he makes it into a piece of music, or?
Yeah, I mean, we all just sat around while he was programming stuff and playing bits and bats, and we took it from there.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He's great. Yeah,
I think he's more of a songwriter than a producer in a way. I think he can make songs out of people's ideas, can't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's both, isn't it? I mean, he's a very talented fellow.
So he's probably going to be doing the solo album.
No, not the solo album. I did that with Sonny Levine.
Okay, yeah.
He's doing the Black Grape. Hopefully, doing the Black Grape. If he's not too busy.
So how does it work? The solo album then? Do you make?
Well, I did that. I went over to LA and worked with Sonny, and then he came over to Manchester a bit. And like I say, it's finally getting released.
How do you know which song to put on which album? When you make, do you think Black Grape's this sort of stuff? Mondays, if they ever get round to doing stuff, is that kind of song? The solo is this type of song, or is it just whatever's there in front of you?
Well, with me, with lyrics, I just write what I'm writing. That's it. I mean, there's stuff that I'll write, and I think, well, I will keep that for Black Grape, or whatever.
Is there a different type of lyric for Black Grape then? It's a different vibe.
Well, it's tools, isn't it? When we write in Black Grape as well. So, there has been a couple of things that I've wrote, I wanted to do with the Mondays that I've ended up with Black Grape songs.
So are you I remember you always told me you found it not hard to write lyrics, but you just couldn't be bothered to write them half the time. I mean, are you?
It's not nice. Go on, John. So finish off.
Is it still like that now? I mean, in the last year or so, or are you a bit more now? You've settled down in your life.
What I do is I'm always constantly jotting lyrics down. I don't really go, oh, I'm sitting down writing songs. I can be doing anything, and something will come into my head, and and there it is. I'll have to write it down, or sometimes if I get the tune, I have to sort of like get out the phone and sing the thing, to get the melody. Because sometimes I'll lose the words, so it'll go wrong if I don't have a melody there. So I'm always constantly doing that. I never go, right, it's time for, I'm coming in here on a Wednesday night and write lyrics or something. They just all the time and just write it down.
They just turn up at the worst times, like when you're queuing up for something.
Yeah.
So you're like mumbling into your phone and.
Which looks like I'm shouting at myself. But I'm in Tesco or something.
I mean, I remember once years ago you were saying you used to write lyrics with the Mondays just to make the rest of the band laugh. It was like it was kind of entertaining people, taking the piss a little bit, whatever. With a fantastically dark sense of humour.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of the Monday songs was. I mean, there was stupid things. The ideas came from either whatever we'd done or was doing, or Bez would come in and have a story to tell, which he always did. And that's where ideas came from for the Mondays. I mean, Squirrel and G-Man, like, they was the parents of the keyboard player.
But now is it different because you're more on your own or not in a band sort of space? It's more just you walking about, cycling about, sitting around at home. It's just entertaining.
The ideas still come from the same places they always have done. Lots of different places and different people.
Is it like to entertain yourself in a way?
Yes. Yeah. I do like to entertain myself.
That sounds like a line, first line of a song already, doesn't it? I was going past the boardwalk last week and it made me remember when you used to rehearse in there years ago.
Yeah. Well, I was in there not long ago. We did, me and McGee did a TV program, and it was filmed inside there. It's a design offices and stuff now or something.
Yeah, I've been in. It's really posh, isn't it?
Yeah.
We still have all the rooms downstairs, but they poshed them up, but still the same. Did you go to your old rehearsal room?
No, I didn't do that. No. In fact, when I went in, I didn't know where we was. It was just, I knew I was going through the same doors, and once we got in there, it was just, different.
Oh, I know. I've been where your room was about 2 years ago. I know where it was. Yeah. I mean, do you have any good memories from them days?
Well, the boardwalk was great. I mean, it was our place to hang out, really. It was. I mean, it was our room. We all scraped together to get the money to go, to rent the room out. We were skint, so we had to put, which we learned off the Simply Red lot who used to shove the plastic cups in the pool table, so that you didn't have to keep playing the games of pool.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was our hangout,
It's funny.
Around Manchester, all day.
Yeah, I remember you've been there all the time. You're one of the hardest working bands in the place, which is not what people think, is it?
No. I mean, I enjoyed being, in our rehearsal room, jamming and getting stuff together more than I did, going out doing gigs.
Was that the most creative time then?
Yeah.
So would the band just be like working on a groove? And if the groove was right, would you say, let's go with this? Or
Yeah, I mean, what was really good as well was because the Jazz Defectors practiced next door to us, and then facing us was ACR, and it wasn't the world's most soundproof rooms. So on anything you recorded on the old sort of plain record stuff, you'd get the Jazz Defectors or ACR, and it'd be coming over, we'd picking that up and it'd be on our recordings, and there'd be all sorts of jazz stuff going on and percussion, and you listen to it and go, that sounds fucking great. So we'll do that ourselves.
Did you start? I mean, we used to rehearse in there as well, and everybody did that thing where if somebody's playing a riff, you play the riff as well and take the piss out of it. Was that going on a bit as well in your room?
Can't remember that.
Yeah,
can't remember that. We just used to nick anything.
Because you could
anything we heard somebody doing, and we liked it, we'd take it and rework it or whatever.
So what would Bez be doing in there then? Someone told me once he just rolled the spliss, but if his head started nodding, you knew you had the groove right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then
I
I
mean,
met,
Ben actually spent more time in recording sessions than I did.
so what would he be doing there? Sort of helping with the mix?
He'd just be listening and giving the thumbs up.
It's important, that, isn't it? That's key.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember you used to always play football out in the street as well, on Little Peter Street. Yeah.
Yeah, or on the car park.
Yeah, when there was a car park there. Yeah. So did you like that way of working compared to now, where it's more, it's all laptops now, isn't it? And sending bits.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? It's the old times in the rehearsal studios was great, but working now on laptops and getting shit together so quickly yourself, which is great as well.
Yeah, so I mean, so when you hear a piece of music, you get ideas. You've already got ideas, but it gives you more ideas as well. Yeah.
And then I've got a living engineer, haven't I?
Oh yeah, that's pretty handy. So where are you now?
Oliver had his Animal Crossing stuff was released yesterday, and apparently it's gone to #1 in the charts and something anyway. So,
wow,
well done to our Ollie for Animal Crossing.
So is it, this cellar you're in now? Is this your house? Or is this his house?
No, it's ours. It's not a cellar. This is. It used to be a games room, but now it's a studio.
Okay, so this is where you do all your music stuff in there, then, yeah.
Yeah.
So have you seen any UFOs recently at all?
No, not recently.
Yeah, when was it? See, the last time when you told us? I remember you told us about you saw one on the way to the shops. Was that the last time you seen one?
Can't remember. I mean, there's all sorts of shit flying around out there. It really is. I mean, sometimes, I'm slapping myself thinking, am I hallucinating off the thyroid medication?
Yeah. Or just the world. Do you think the world's weirder than whatever you could hallucinate?
The world is well weirder than what everyone thinks. It really fucking is. Honestly, really, absolutely. There's two different worlds going on. It's getting a bit Westworldy. Probably has been for a while. Or Devsy. It's Devs. You watch Devs yet?
No, I don't really watch the telly. I'm always doing other stuff, but I know it. Name of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always been Devsy.
So what you when this whole thing's over, the virus is gone, if it ever goes away.
I'm going to run around naked outside.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Terrible thing,
that. Has it changed the way you think of the world at all? Some people go, I'm going to do completely different, live my life in a different way, or are you just going to lie in the settee and watch the telly?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I can get back out. I mean, there's so much we've had to cancel. Well, been shifted, but luckily it's not cancelled. It's all been moved. So as soon as this is over, we're I'm back out.
Are you looking forward to playing gigs? You don't always like playing gigs that much, do you?
I do now.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, we got. I'd say we got the Black Grape tour, which starts in June, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that, but it's soon. And the Q&A thing's got to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
And some other stuff, but I'm not sat here fucking plugging it anyway.
No, why not? Do you like doing the Q&As, or do you get nervous?
I think good fun. The Q&As are good fun, yeah. I mean, our audience is just fucking mad and so wide range. It goes from, it really is like Sun readers to the Guardian and the Daily Telegraph and the Observer and the Daily Star, and football hooligans all mixed into, and junkies all mixed into one audience.
That's kind of you, though, isn't it? In a way, that reflects you as a person.
Yes, I'm very schizophrenic.
Yeah, there's loads of bits of you that work in different places, which is sounds like another line for a song, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm having it, John. I'm secretly writing down everything you're saying.
I remember years ago, you used to always say that you got a bit nervous getting on stage, but
Oh
Now,
yeah, years ago. Yeah.
but now
I
you're
mean, there's still
straight.
now, but not anything like I used to do. I mean, I had when you're young, you've got a lot of shit going on in your head. That as you get older, you just work it out. It's just fucking meaningless bollocks. And obviously, I mean, I used to have a big hang up about we're going playing at universities, and I'm a fucking kid with you know extreme learning difficulties. Didn't know my alphabet till I was 23. Couldn't fucking. So it's not till years later you find out, oh, it's ADHD and this and that. So but yeah, so good. And obviously, I used to self-medicate big time for going on stage, which as you get older, it's nowhere near like it causes of problems like it used to do.
So a lot of the self-medication is because of the ADHD and things like that. Then,
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah.
Because,
or was it in a way you were probably too smart for where you were, weren't you? So when you went to a university, you're smarter than those kids, but you don't believe you are because you've been brought up in Salford to believe you're not.
Academic, isn't it? I mean, there's academic smart, and then there's a different smart.
Street smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody you can get away with, getting through life, and if you can't read or you can't fucking write, or there's another one, isn't there? What's dyspraxia with maths and stuff like that. If you can manage to get yourself through life, having all them difficulties, then there's something there.
It's what music's for, really. It's just a space for all the people who don't quite fit in, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. Like everyone in our band is a total misfit.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of us, learning difficulties to the max. A lot of us.
Well, you had a creative background, didn't you? Because your dad was creative, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, my old bloke did a lot. The working men's clubs, the folk clubs. He was stand-up comedian. Tried his hand at script writing.
He used to sell jokes, didn't he? Yeah.
So what?
Didn't he used to sell jokes to sitcoms or something?
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. To a few, Mike and Bernie Winters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Was that inspired?
Really, I mean, it wasn't his postman's wage really that paid the bill. You know what I mean? I think he was on about £45 a week at the post office. So I mean, all the other bits is. I mean, that's one of the reasons he did that job. He could be finished at 11 o'clock in the morning.
So he was really a creative person. It was a postman just to get the money to get by, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah.
So now we're getting near to the end of this little State of the Nation address. Have you got a message for the nation at all, Shaun?
The message: still stay indoors. Don't go fucking sunbathing on the park. All right? Don't get all your mates together and start playing football on the park. Stay indoors. Anaesthetize yourself indoors.
What were the 20-year-old Shaun done during this?
Oh, dude, you know damn well why the fucking. I mean, that's why first thing I thought really is how's everyone going to score the drugs? They're going to have to go and score by lining up in the supermarket queue, and then and then it's announced, which is obvious, some of the shit that you'd have to do in it, so. And then the kids, I mean, how are you going to fucking keep them in, and stop them going to your mates and all getting together? I mean, you just don't listen at that age, do you? But you should. Been there, done that, so you should listen.
So do you think the responsible dealer has those little chalk lines outside their house for people to queue up in?
Yeah, he uses the supermarkets.
All right, Shaun. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time, John.
Yeah, my time's not as valuable.
So what have you been up to anyway? You must have been busy scribbling away.
I've been busier than ever, weirdly, because of this, you can interview loads of people and everyone's just bored out of their heads. So I've been interviewing people, I haven't spoken to anybody for 3 weeks, which is really weird.
See, that's another thing that I don't mind, not speaking to any fucker. I really don't mind that, I don't mind my own company, you know. So what have I been
Yeah,
up to?
watching
I've been
the
watching lots of
FBI.
net.
Yeah.
FBI serial killer thing, the lunatic with all the tigers.
Oh, yeah, Tiger King.
What's
Yeah.
that one? Yeah. They're those animal people, eh?
Would you ever get?
Psychotic, those animal people.
Would you ever get a tiger? I can kind of imagine you with a tiger.
Tiger, been doing a bit of Tony Montana with the tiger. No, I think it's very cruel.
Yeah.
Tigers should be in cages. Should be out in the jungle, in the wild, really. Not stuck in somebody's backyard in Texas or wherever.
It's funny now because it's the other way around. We're all the ones who are stuck inside, and the animals are going crazy out there.
Well, the animals have always been crazy out there. The older I'm getting, the more crazy the animals out there are getting. I thought you said to me then, have I been out ratting?
Ratting? Yeah, have you ever been ratting?
Years ago, yeah, because we used to live right near the sewerage works, didn't we? You know, yeah. So we was always out ratting.
So how do you catch a rat?
Out ratting. Well, you just shoot them near the shit, near the sewerage works. They're all over the place. There was.
Was that with an air rifle?
Yeah, air rifle.
Yeah.
Ratting or getting chased off the railway police on the railways.
Do you have a few pot shots at the railway police as well?
I never shot an air rifle at the railway police, but we used to get chased off them.
Was that the same time you were shooting the pigeons as well?
Oh, no, the pigeons came later.
Yeah.
The rats came first, then the rats with wings came later.
So, what was easier to shoot, a rat or a pigeon?
Well, I never shot a pigeon.
Yeah.
I gave it a rat poisoning, which I'm totally ashamed of now, John. You know, that was inside the head of a 15-year-old Shaun Ryder.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm totally gutted that I took life in any shape or form.
That's good. That's a good thing to think later on. So when you look at the young Shaun Ryder, how do you think he's a very different person to you are now? Is a little thing still there?
These little things that are still there, say, you know, from the young Shaun, but most I'm a million miles away.
Yeah.
No, even from the 20-odd-year-old Shaun, yeah. Which is it's good, really, that I am, you know.
Oh, completely. I mean, what's done that? Just getting older, or just being smarter, or?
Well, I don't know if I'm smarter, but certainly older.